Hi everyone, welcome back. It's been a while since I did a little Luxe Chit chat, and today's topic is about a healthy attitude or healthy mindset towards luxury. It's not about a minimalistic lifestyle or a very maximalist kind of mindset, but a healthy attitude. And the aim of this chit chat is, by the end of this video, if you're picking out the points, my aim is really to let you know that you should enjoy your luxury items without guilt or regret. Over the past 4 to 5 years, even before the pandemic, I have already started to talk about being okay with luxury items, and I was sort of moving towards trying to help myself kind of wean away a little bit of this guilt and overspending at the same time. So I did no low buys, no buys. I also did things like, YOLO, you live your life once only, which is mainly the pandemic. And I've come to this point where, because I've done so many of these things, I feel like I have subconsciously transformed, or at least in some way transformed, my luxury mindset, or at least my attitude towards luxury. I do credit a lot of it towards Hermes because it definitely made me want to be more patient and be more appreciative about the luxury items that I have. I'm not nowhere near perfect. I'm still a work in progress, but if I compare where I am today as for when I started 5 years ago, if you watch my quote-unquote transformation on YouTube, I definitely see a difference in how I approach luxury and how I treat my luxury things. So these are a few things that I want to share with you, and I don't know if it applies to you. I think it would apply to most people who are in the same maybe financial category as me, where we don't have abundance of old money behind us. We really work, save, and spend and enjoy, and we give up other things. Let one travel trip because I want to buy the bag. We have to weigh things out and we enjoy our luxury things. So these are the 4 things that have helped me build a healthier attitude and mindset towards luxury. The first, and I think it's the most important, is that it is absolutely okay to be that luxury loving person. There are so many YouTube videos about, judgment, how we hide from our colleagues, how we hide from our families, how we shouldn't talk about it. Even I've done a few videos like that. But it has come to a point where I, in a way, don't care anymore. And it's not that I want to be flamboyant in your face, but I accept that I am a luxury-loving person, that it's okay to be that person, to be the one that's going to be wearing the love bracelet. It's going to be okay to wear that diamonds in the office. It's me, it's my character. And by being okay, even it's not luxury, but being okay with yourself really takes off this huge burden and keeps that mindset healthy and almost not cluttered anymore. Telling myself that it's okay to like these expensive things have really lifted off this guilt and regret sometimes that I'm spending my money on these things that, I always say in some videos, I could be taking the money to, do good, do better things. It's something that it took a while to learn, and if you have a very similar character to me, where I love my handbags, I love my jewelry items, but at the same time, I'm quite introverted, where I don't really like people pointing at me, saying, oh, that's a nice bag. So for many, many years, I would say, oh, hide it away. But I am slowly, and I'm still a work in progress, where if somebody were to say, nice bag to me, instead of saying, oh, it's nothing, push it aside, I am almost trying to train myself to be forward about it. So if somebody points out, say, like my Chanel 22 bag, which is a huge bag, and say, oh, interesting bag, or wow, what bag is that? Or, could be a snide comment, could be just a neutral comment, rather than my usual self that would say, oh yeah, it's nothing, and then put it aside. I'm training myself, as I said, I'm still a work in progress, to be okay to share that information. Being, maybe it's just trained, ingrained in me as a child that I shouldn't be showing off, shouldn't be, boasting or anything. It has made me want to hide all these things behind closed doors and not be proud about it. If I like it, it's okay to talk about it. I don't have to shout about it. But if somebody were to approach me, I am not going to deny them the information and make it, simple enough, but not, boastful. So be almost professional about it and just share something that I love. If somebody loves, say, flower arrangements, I would be asking them, and I'm sure they will be proud of that hobby. So why can't I be proud of my hobby? Because just because it's expensive, I have to share that guilt. One of the hardest things to do when it comes to being okay with yourself is other people's judgment. And there will always be someone out there that will judge you. Whether it's your clothes, your hair, your eyes, your shorts, your shoes, the way you talk, the way you look, there will always be someone. And being brought up in, an Asian Chinese culture, we are always looking for acknowledgement, acceptance. So being judged is a form of being accepted by the next person. Honestly, when it comes to luxury, which is such a superficial thing, but it covers your whole life. Like, I am constantly worried about what people think of me, and it's all encompassing, from my work to my gym to how I work out to how I teach my class to how I do my YouTube videos to how I do my Instagram. It's all the time. So rather than tackle this entire monster, I am slowly tackling one bit at a time. So since this is a luxury channel, the way I've done it for my luxury things is to be okay. To be okay if somebody is judging me for spending money. I'm just, what? It's my money, it's not yours. And I'm not going to be snobbish about it, but I'll be like, yeah, it's okay. End the story there. And that judgment, it's them. It's not me. The second thing that has helped me build a healthier attitude and mindset towards luxury is the ability to now finally just let go of stuff. So it didn't start with Hermes, it started off with mainly Cartier and Chanel. So if you look back in some of my older videos where I really struggled with letting go of things because they were limited edition, I bought them to keep, I bought them to collect. And if you followed my journey, I really struggled with sentimental items. I could not sell them, I wanted to keep them even if I didn't use them. When I started to buy more expensive things, I started to realize two things. Firstly, these are expensive things. They're sitting in my cupboard, but it took me a while to realize that as well. They're sitting in my cupboard and I should be able to recycle the money. But at the same time, it became clutter. So I had a lot of things that every time I would open my cupboard, I would see them. And yes, at that moment, I would enjoy them. But then again, I'll tuck them back into their little felt and I'll keep them. It just felt like a lot of stuff and burden on my shoulders. Again, another piece that I was trying to peel off. I started to almost set little goals and say, you know what, I'm just going to sell it. So I started to let go of like my LV multicolor, and a lot of people, like when I started to sell it, I could tell on YouTube, like, oh my gosh, are you crazy? Are you sure you're gonna do that? It made me doubt myself. And one of the things that I needed to learn is to trust my gut. To a certain extent, my gut was saying, do it. At the same time, it was also saying not do it because it wasn't trained. It was just like I wasn't sure of my own inner voice, but I felt like it was the right thing for me to do. I started to let it go, and one of the things that I realized is that I didn't miss it. I mean, at that moment, it was like, oh my god, I'm dying, I'm letting stuff go, and I felt so sad, and I really had some, and it's so crazy, right? But I had sleepless nights thinking about, my gosh, my bag, my pouches, it's just so insane. Now that I look back about it, I wasted so much brain power on stuff that really didn't bring value to my life. If you've been following our journeys, a lot of those who are Hermes, it's an expensive journey, and that's when it accelerated the need to let go. On hindsight, it really made me think about things that I am able to let go to bring in something better. So over the 5 years, I have really trained myself to let go of things. I am a bit ruthless now, where if something is sitting there and I don't see value in it anymore, and I'm bringing something else, or even I'm not bringing something else, I am assessing my stuff and I'm like, you know what? I'll let it go. I don't hold too much sentimental value in stuff anymore. I want to make sure that when I bring my things into my collection, I can use it straight away and I can enjoy it. So as morbid, okay, as this sounds, you cannot take any of these things when you go. It doesn't matter if you want to pass it on to your child and your children and all that. Have a few, all right? Just have a few of those things, but don't create a huge clutter in your life because you have all these, I'm going to give it to my son, I'm going to give it to my daughter-in-law, and you create this whole, almost like a museum of things that actually could be burdensome for you. Here's a little warning about being able to recycle your money. Now, the thing about having a collection and then using that to recycle and sell and then bringing new things, that can also be a vicious cycle. So you need to, again, trust your gut on what you want to let go and bring in, because there's going to be this fine line almost that way where you need to find that balance between buying things and letting go of things and letting go of things for the sake of bringing in things. So it's that balance that you need to define it for yourself. I'm still working on this because I love luxury, okay? Don't get me wrong, I love to buy new things, I love to bring in stuff, but at the same time, I don't want to go through the hassle of selling things. So there needs to be a balance on what I bring in and then assessing if it's time to let go of things. Don't just sell things for the sake of selling things, but at the same time, figure out if I should be bringing that thing in. So having this almost balanced cycle. The third thing that has helped me build a healthier relationship to my luxury items is the ability to use them straight away. Now, if you watch some of my older videos, I would say like, I would have an item in my house, but I won't use it straight away. I'll keep it aside, you know, just like be in shock that I have it, or not, you know, just put it aside and keep it there, like to treasure the moment, or maybe do an unboxing or whatever it is, like not use it straight away. I feel like what has happened with that is these items turn into things of like treasures, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, yes, luxury items are treasures, but they have suddenly become this like untouchable item that I, you know, have to be very precious about. I cannot damage, I cannot hurt it, I cannot, you know, I just have to care for it so highly that sometimes, some things in the past, I couldn't use it. So it ended up to be those limited edition items, treasured items, which then had that cycle of being not able to let them go. So a lot of things that I have brought into my collection of the late, unlike even my mini Kelly, actually I used it almost like a day or two later. Of the other things that I have, whether it's earrings, rings, bags, whatever, shoes, as much as I can, they literally get out the box within the month, within the week in fact. If I can, I will find the occasion straight away to use it, because that makes it happens two things. Number one is that I get to use it like a child. Like, you know, when you see a child open a present, they rip it all open and they enjoy that moment, that excitement of having to play with the toy. And this is like our adult toys, right? So you want to be able to really just use it, enjoy it for the moment. But unlike kids, don't have a short attention span. Use the items and extend the joy. Keep using it, keep enjoying it. And by doing that, for me, I have found out whether things work for me or they don't work for me. Now, I know that if I bringing the thing home, like now, if I bring it home and it sits on my shelf, that means I don't have an occasion to use it. I bought it and I couldn't fit it into my wardrobe or my going out. Then I may have made a mistake on that purchase. So again, then I'm ruthless, I'll just let it go, because I don't want items that I cannot enjoy straight away. Like I said, as morbid as it is, you cannot take anything home and tomorrow is not promised. So you want to be able to use your things straight away. And these are things, they are not like precious, you know, sentimental pieces of paper or like cotton, you know, they are things that you need to just use and enjoy and not worry about. Yes, they're expensive, but at the end of the day, they are things. To add to that, I have minimized things that I buy for next time. So I used to buy a lot of like maybe like dresses and clothes or shoes that I would say, okay, I'm gonna use this in 2 months. I'm not saying that I have removed it entirely, but I have totally minimized it. If I know that I cannot use it straight away, chances are I will wait and buy it later rather than buy it now and keep it in my cupboard, and who knows, when the time comes I may not even use it. So minimized. Not totally removed. For example, if I know I have a wedding in 2 months, then I'm kind of like starting to search for, say, a dress. But if I know I've got a trip at the end of the year, I'm gonna wait until later to purchase things for the trip, because new things might come out, and I wouldn't bother if there's a price increase, because I'd rather pay a little bit more in the price increase than to have it sit in my cupboard and sit in my drawer and not use at all. So that is my healthier mindset. Some of you may not agree, that you feel that it's okay to have it for a while, and that's for you. All right, that is for you. These are just some things that I feel has kept me almost sane with some of my purchases and not have clutter in my house. And the fourth and final thing for me to build this healthier mindset towards luxury is the realization that it's okay to stop loving luxury altogether. I have been on this luxury journey since I was 2021. That's a lot of years, okay? That's like 20 years of loving a single hobby. It is a lot of commitment, money, finances, time. It's just this, it's like half my life that I have enjoyed this. But it's come to a point where I am, revisiting. Okay, now listen, I'm not quitting YouTube. There's no goodbye luxury here. But it has come to a point where I can say, you know what? Maybe there will be a day that I will no longer like luxury items. And by having that mindset to say, this could be a finite thing. It's like maybe another 2 years, maybe another 3 years, maybe another 5 years. And I'm done. And I'm done with this massive hobby that I had. And because I realized that there could be a stop, right? There will be a stop. Not even could be, there will be a stop. It has made me really want to appreciate what I have today. By making it, this goal. It's not even a goal, like a stop point. I don't know, it could be 5 years, it could be 10 years, it could be another 20 years. Who knows? Tomorrow's not promised, but it could be a while more. But because I know that, I don't want to let all these beautiful things that I have worked so hard, invested so much time and effort to collect and, get into my life, to just sit there and look pretty. So it has made me say, I want to use it today. I want to enjoy it. If it doesn't serve purpose, I'm going to let it go. And if I have to let everything go because I no longer enjoy it, so be it. So be it. I'm done. But yeah, not done yet. Just saying that this thought process has really helped me be a little bit more lighthearted with my luxury things and not take it so seriously. It's something that is a part of my life. I love it. I don't care if people talk about it, about me loving all these luxury items. I take it like, I wouldn't say like a compliment, but like a feature of Kat. Like, Kat likes this, she likes gym, and she likes handbags. That's me. That's how I'll introduce myself in the future. But anyway, that is one of the things that I have added to my thought process, where it will end. It will eventually end at one point in my life, and I would just say goodbye. Or maybe it's like a revamp. I just remove everything. Like, I just change everything that I have and just keep maybe a couple of things. Who knows? I don't know the future. But being able to consider that makes me really appreciate that I love this hobby right now. I just love having all these beautiful handbags, beautiful jewelry, things in my life, and not wait until later to enjoy them. Because maybe then I don't want them anymore. I kind of think of it like chocolate dessert. Years and years ago, I would eat, oh my gosh, all kinds of sweets. Chocolate cake, the most moist chocolate cake. If I could like spend lots of money on chocolate cake, I would just eat it. But today, oh my gosh, you could give me the most decadent, made by some 3-star Michelin chef put this like chocolate ganache thing in front of me, like it probably took them 1,000 years to make it, or maybe 10 years to make that chocolate cocoa bean, I'm not interested. I'm like, great, yeah, I just don't eat chocolate desserts anymore. I just don't. I'll eat it, I mean, it's there, but would I enjoy it as much as I used to? Unfortunately, no. So I'm okay with that. So similarly, I want to enjoy this, dessert, my luxury dessert now. I just want to really go all in with it and be happy, because one day, yeah, that's it. I don't want it anymore. And I feel like these few little points have made me really have a more healthier, light-hearted attitude towards luxury. So those are my thoughts on building a healthier mindset and attitude towards luxury. I would love to hear some of your thoughts, maybe some of your tips on how you have enhanced your attitude towards luxury. I would love to read them. Please comment down below. Otherwise, if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. It'll help you my channel. And yeah, for everyone else, please take care, stay safe, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!